Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm bringing you guys the match preview for our upcoming game against Burnley tonight at 7:45, so don't forget that. You know what the deal is, hit the like button, help me get more than 300 likes for this video, and also you guys hit that bell notification button as well, because you've got to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV. We're getting straight into the video, starting with some interesting points that Conte was talking about in his press conference yesterday. Conte praised Man City for their title win. He praised them for obviously how they invested in the squad to improve it, how they have the ambition there as well, and how they prepared all of the logistics that helped them with their title success. When asked about Burnley, Conte was saying how strong they are, how it would be an amazing achievement if they were able to get into Europe, and also he made the point that it's actually easier managing Burnley compared to managing Chelsea, because at a club like Chelsea you have aspirations of winning, so all of your planning goes towards trying to win things, and with Burnley all you have to do really is avoid relegation, and then your season is whatever you make it. He talks about how beneficial having a winter break is. He wishes Michy Batshuayi a speedy recovery. He hints at rotation in this game tonight. He plays down any rifts with Rudiger, and he does 100% confirm that Emerson will be playing tonight. Now Emerson will be playing because Marcos Alonso will be serving a 3-game ban. In my opinion, I do feel that it was extremely harsh. I mean, I've watched this incident so many times, I've replayed it. Alonso is jumping over a Chelsea player. You can tell he's a bit tired. It was very clumsy. It was more clumsy than it was malicious, and I just feel that to obviously give him this retrospective action, I do feel that it's a bit harsh, and it's typical of the FA to just try and, you know, enforce the law without really being fair. So Alonso will be missing tonight's game, the Southampton game and the game after that, so it's going to be a massive opportunity for Emerson Palmieri, and it's quite typical of how football works. You need a lot of luck to really have the opportunity to try and stake a claim for yourself, and it seems that Emerson will be getting that luck. 3 games to really show what he can do. I have a feeling that Emerson will be doing bits in these next 3 games. Just to further elaborate on Emerson Palmieri, his attributes are what I'm very excited to see when I watch him play today. I keep stressing this all the time whenever I'm speaking about him. I feel that we miss a lot of, you know, particular attributes on the left hand side that could really help with our play. And I kind of feel that Marcos Alonso, even though he's a decent player, he's not bad. But for me, decent is like 6 out of 10. But for me, decent is like 6 out of 10. I'm very selective with my words whenever I praise players. But with Emerson Palmieri, you get the dribbling ability. He's able to get down to the byline. He's very good under pressure when people are trying to close him down. He can keep the ball as well. He's always an outlet for the overlap. And the most important thing, he's got pace. And what I'm really excited to see today is how Emerson and Eden Hazard will link up. I kind of feel that Emerson is the player on the left that Hazard has longed for since he signed for us, really. Someone that does have that pace to make the overlap, because Hazard does free up a lot of space. If you have someone that exploits that efficiently enough, that's going to free up even more space for Eden Hazard to do what he needs to do. Sometimes he does drop a bit too deep unnecessarily, and that's because a lot of times he does have to subsidise some of Marcos Alonso's deficiencies. But moving straight on to Burnley, what can we expect from them today? Now you guys, I think all of us know the approach. It's going to be a very defensive approach. Burnley have been one of the, you know, one of the strongest defensive teams in the league, especially since Sean Dyche has taken over. And I was just reading some articles on Sean Dyche and how he's actually been able to, you know, make Burnley such a strong defensive outlet. And basically in the article it was talking about the fact that all of this stuff is worked in the training ground, and a lot of the training sessions are like situational plays. Now what I mean by situational plays is, let's say for example, someone will cross a ball into a certain area, you know, over and over and over again, and really what's supposed to be happening is it's supposed to help you, you know, understand how to deal with those situations when it does occur in a real life game. And the whole point of this is that it doesn't want the players to panic under pressure. It should just be like, well, I know what to do in this situation, and that's that. And that's been one of the main reasons as to why they've been so good defensively, because let's be serious, Burnley have a lot of players that are probably championship quality. They really have been playing above their level, and you know, respect to Sean Dyche for finding something pretty original in terms of how to get the best out of his players, and it's clearly working. I'm expecting Burnley to be even more defensive. They've got a few players out. Steven Defour won't be playing. Brady, who I think is a pretty underrated player on the left as well, he won't be playing. And Kudo is touch and go. Ben Mee isn't playing, so I'm expecting them to retreat even more into their own half because they have aspirations of trying to make it into Europe. So because of this, expect deep defensive low blocks, expect them to keep their structure very compact in the middle. They're not really going to afford us too much space. They are going to hope that, but obviously by keeping their shape very tight in the middle, they're going to try and force us to play crosses inside the box. And that's where they're hoping to get some joy against us and then try to create something from the counter-attack. Now when it comes to Burnley and what to expect and what their strengths are, we know their main threats are going to come from aerial balls and from crosses into the box. I mean, earlier this season they really punished us. I mean, Sam Vokes, of all players, scored 2 against us at Stamford Bridge. And they've always had that threat there, you know, their strikers, they work very hard. They like to press, they'll run, they'll close you down, they'll harry you down. So our 3 centre-backs will have to be on their game because when Burnley do, you know, the rare times they do go out to press, it's going to start with their strikers and they're going to look to close down probably Kale on the right and obviously the guy on the left hand side as well. Now moving on to us, starting with the earlier point that Conte made obviously about making some surprise decisions and how he might be rotating the team because you guys, it's like 2 games in like 2.5 days. It's ridiculous, it's typical in this country, but I'm expecting there to be some other changes. I think EMERSON, of course, we know he's 100% confirmed. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rudiger back in the team for the game today as well. I'm expecting Olivier Giroud to start this game. I think, obviously, scoring 2 goals, that's going to work towards his favour. Maybe Conte might be thinking, well, Wembley, it's a bigger pitch. I might want to use Morata's legs against Southampton in a game like that instead of using him against Burnley because it's going to be very physical. So maybe Conte will probably decide to use some of Olivier Giroud's aerial prowess in this game and then free up Morata for the game on Sunday. I think that's the most realistic thing. And then other than that, there could be a midfield change. We know that Drinkwater will be out. He has another groin injury and I mean that's been the main reason as to why he really hasn't played that much this season. Injury after injury after injury. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cesc rested for the game on Sunday, so probably expect to see Bakayoko in midfield with Kante in this game today. And the way we can beat Burnley is we have to be efficient and patient with our possession. I think that Burnley, they won't be expecting the threat down the left hand side, especially with how direct EMERSON is and that's how fast he is as well. The reason I'm bringing up this point is that we're going to have to switch the play really quickly all the time. We have to switch the play to stretch Burnley, to force them wide on the left and wide on the right. And then over time, as the game goes on, that's going to free up holes in the middle where we can really exploit that. And then hopefully get the wing backs making those overlap runs inside the box. And hopefully we can pull some crosses back inside the box and create opportunities like we did exactly against Southampton. That's really the key to this game. Of course, concentration from our defence. And this is where maybe I'm a tiny bit worried. I mean, too often, you know, recently too, so many long balls. It's getting in behind our defenders and it's just like, we're not synonymous with conceding that type of goal. For me, I call that an Arsenal-like goal to concede because they constantly concede from those types of situations. So, again, you know, naturally this happens sometimes because we don't constantly press teams. I guess that gives them the spaces from deep to, you know, play these passes. So that's a frustrating thing. So defensive concentration is key in this game today. And I'm hoping that Rudiger, whoever is going to be playing, is going to be on point in this game. But anyway, you guys, my score prediction for this game tonight, I have gone for a 2-1 win. And yeah, I think it might be pretty tight. I expect us to concede. I'd be surprised if we didn't, to be honest. And yeah, you guys, that's going to end my match preview. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe. Help me get 300 likes for this video. And yeah, smash the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Line CV. You guys, there won't be any Q&A live stream tonight because obviously there's a match review coming later, so I'll have no time. There is going to be a Q&A live stream tomorrow evening, so you guys expect to see that tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm NiniFC. This is Blue Line CV. Signing out.